Hello, chat. I hope you all are doing well. But welcome in. Thank you all the stream streaks. And for those that are saying that they lost their stream streak, Twitch is just weird with their stream streak stuff. Sometimes you can still not miss a single stream and somehow still lose it. I do not know why it does that. But Antari, thank you for resubbing now for 16th month. You've been sub for 28 months in total. That's crazy. A little over 2 years. Anything? Nope. Okay, cool. Spiritually, you are a basketball being scored in a 3-throw. Yes, hello chat. Hello. Yes, I'm starting a bit later because I wanted to watch a presentation on sponsorships. And that's why I'm late. But hope you all are well. Just finished Vampires SMP and I am very far behind watching one. It's all good. That's the benefit of Vampires content. It's evergreen content. You can go back and watch it anytime you want. So it doesn't matter if you were late or early to it. As when you're watching it, it's all that matters. BH, I hope you all are well. Today's Friday. I'm kind of vibing today. My lower body, mainly my calves, are tight and sore from working out on Wednesday. Because I did lower body on also. Say to Eris, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. So good old leg day. It was a great leg day. Great, like, actual pump all around. It's just I've been anytime I lengthen my leg to straighten it out. Mainly my calves. Why am I getting frame rate drop? Mainly my calves are tight, and so I just need to roll them out and keep straightening it. Since I sit a lot and I work on a lot of stuff, because at computer, my legs are always bent, so the muscle is not actually lengthened. So when I lengthen it, it gets re-stretched out and it gets tight. So I need to just keep it. Need to keep flexing and moving the calf around. It's not really ouch. It's more of just stiffness. That's a weird. It's not really a weird spot. I know why. It's because I finished. I usually finish my leg day with calf raises. So if I want to increase the power, like my explosive power, and as well as the strengthening of my calf, and just like the overall size of it, the calf muscle is one of those muscles where it does really good with lower weight but higher volume. But also, if you do a moderate size weight and you do a higher volume for it, it helps with both your like strength and as well as the hypertrophy of the calf muscle. So like I basically got a kettlebell and I angled my feet slightly off the ground, right? And then with a calf raise, you don't really want to go all the way to your toes because then you don't actually work the calf muscle. So you kind of want to get into the ball of your foot that's right behind your toes, that muscle. You want to pretty much utilize that for like your pushing power. Because you can't go to your toes, it's just you lose some of the flexion. And because of that, I basically was just on the balls of my feet for 2 sets of 50 reps. So I would bounce up and down with the weight as if I was also not just like quickly bouncing, but like full force, full range of motion, in a way that it was me emulating as if I was jumping and trying to jump off the ground without actually jumping. So I was doing the motion of a jump, but without exercise, working out. Caster streaming? Yeah, that's how it usually be. So that's kind of what it is. Also, thank you for all the stream streaks that I just came on in. Thank you for staying around and continuously watching stream. But yeah, so that's basically why my calves are so sore right now, and that's why they are tight, is because I was emulating jumping or the explosive force of the jump through the balls of my feet 50 times for 2 reps with like I think it's a 25-pound kettlebell. So you don't need a lot of weight. You really don't. You just need enough to where it's, if you're only targeting the calf muscle, and you're just doing it in a high rep range motion. But I almost lose motivation. See, the thing is, working out, motivation only gets you so far. Wrong way. So you got to be very disciplined about it. 25 pounds, yeah. Just a 25-pound kettlebell. In American terms. It's not like super heavy, but it's enough weight to where if you do it in a high rep range, especially for calf raises, especially standing calf raises, it's nice. I'm probably going to redo this, yeah. But yeah, discipline is what the main thing you need for working out. Like, even if you don't want to do it, you just have to do it, essentially. Like, that's the whole thing with it. So, like, I didn't want to do legs on Wednesday, but I told myself if I don't do it, I'm going to tell myself the next week that I don't want to do legs. Or the next time I do legs in general, and I'm going to be like, I don't really want to do it. And so you just got to start with something simple. And then that basically gets you to the point of doing it. Like, I work out from home, right? So I have a decent amount of workout equipment and gear. So, like, I go set up my... If I don't feel like it, the thing I'll do is I'll just go set up my equipment, aka just get it off, like, the weight and such. 25 pounds, 11.5 kg, there you go, yeah. So... that's kind of, like, a good thing. Like, if you want to just do any type of working out, right? Good mindset is basically be like, all right, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, right? Cool, you did 10 push-ups. Now you're going to do 2 things. You're going to be like, okay, well, I did 10 push-ups, I'm good. And you at least did something to help with exercise. Or you're going to be like, okay, I don't want to just... I'm already on the ground, I've only done 10 push-ups. It's going to be a waste of my time if I only did 10 push-ups and nothing else. So... that's the other thing. 11 kg isn't that much. Like, when I used to go to... when I used to go to, like, an actual gym, before I, like, just started to, like, get my own equipment to work out at home, they had a seated calf raise press, where basically you're seated and your back's up against the chair, and the only muscle that's actually being used is your calf or your calves, because you can basically, it's just a big like flat board, and you can just like if you put your leg out straight and you push your like foot forwards, that was the entire motion, was just doing that on a machine that you could add weight to. So I think the highest that I've done consistently when I was there was 2 something, like minimum 200 pounds for both foot calf legged press on like slow controlled motion. I don't know what the convert ratio is. What how many pounds is 1 kg? But I was routinely doing 200-pound calf leg press, or calf leg extensions, I should say. That's 90 kg. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was doing 90 kg. Hold on, let me lock in real quick for this. One pound is 0.4 kg. All right, cool. Makers hate me. Yeah. I watched Cowboy SMP after Vampires, and I was shocked on the abolished personality change. Again, they're characters. I'm playing a character. I am acting out a character. Not every, like... inventory jam. Yeah, like... That's the one thing I don't think people realize is, like... Cowboy abolish is different from vampire abolish, which is aka different from how I am as a creator. Yeah, like my personality in general is like in that, but it's acting. It's things that I as a person would not do in real life. Also, Kitty, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. What feet is numbers randomly? You don't live in a tiny western town and own a gunpowder factory? No. Minecraft roleplay. And with the book were the entire time, so he just freaked out them alone in the house for basically zero reason. Like, he didn't... Okay, so, like, he knew that he had to find these books. He didn't know there were books that gave you, like, powers. Or the ability to use certain things, right? Like... Besides Lantern Thrash, I just think canonically, like, headcanon-wise, he didn't learn that from a book. He just took a lantern and made a chain and just turned that into a weapon. I feel like that's just what he did there. But like the books, he wasn't trying to he wasn't trying to find. He found the blueprints. Yeah, like when it came to like the books that gave you powers, right? It he didn't know those were a thing. The only books he knew about were just the cure books. And out of character, I didn't even know the cure books were a thing until we first learned what they were. He's rich in upper class. Yeah, like in the sense, right? His personality outside of Oakhurst is way more. It's still like diligent, but it's more lax. The best way that I could explain it, and I could like give a best explanation or like comparison for those who have like would like visually understand it, would be Lloyd Forger Twilight from Spy Family. That's like the best comparison that I could probably give to how his life is, of how he acts outside of Oakhurst and when he's on like missions. He's not a one-to-one of Lloyd Forger, but that's like the closest I could explain in regards to how his personality and how he like is. Right, I can thank you for resub for 2 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. What's the fastest time? 149? I'd have to actually just hold spacebar. But yeah, no, besides that, chat, besides like James Bond plot, time to finish my 9 to 5. Oh. Fun dynamic. It would be very interesting. Because Cowboy abolished his entire ideology. He is very, very neutral. As long as you don't do something that's going to bother him. Alright, if, like, for example, the bandit stuff is, if none of the bandit stuff ever happened, if none of the bandits ever did anything to, like, take some of his, like, valuables or gunpowder and such, he would have not cared. Like, if the bandits came to him and were like, hey, we'll pay you X amount of money for X amount of gunpowder, he would have gladly accepted it. Heck, if the bandits came to him and said, do you want to join the gang? He probably would have accepted it. If they paid him a good amount. Like, he is a very, very neutral, chaotic-based character. Like, that's who he was. So the bandits, if they proposed a proper thing, I mean, in like story, right, out of character, there were different plans, of course, but like as a character wise, he would have possibly, if they gave him a good proposition, he would have like taken it, right? Like, because again, it's the Wild West. His whole thing was making gunpowder to gain a profit. He doesn't care who uses the gunpowder. If he also could have just been like a neutral and like gave gunpowder to both the bandits and the town. As long as he stayed out of it and as long as he was making money, he would not care. Now, vampires abolish does have morally gray tendencies, right? But also, he wouldn't just let vampires do whatever they want, if that makes a sense. He was still under his code of conduct that he has to follow, right? Like, he still has this code that he would need to be like, these are the things that I have to follow, these are the things I have to do. Did he sell gunpowder to the bandits? No, bandits took gunpowder, but at any point he would have had it. But like vampires, he understood there were good vampires and bad vampires. But he also understood a lot of the Oakhurst vampires were bad. Some worse than others. But the thing was, though, the thing that changes the entire perception of how you see abolish in vampires is the objective that he had to do. Because his objective wasn't going to go kill and fight vampires. It was to find these books and leave. Right? But if he was told ahead of time, hey, there were vampires in Oakhurst, we need you to kill them, it wouldn't have mattered who the vampire was, if someone got turned or not. His job would have been like, if they are now a vampire, they have to die. Even though they are probably still good, they have to die. And then to even go further into that, if the mission was, hey, we need you to do reconnaissance because there are vampires here. We don't want you to kill them, but we want you to get information on how they are, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. Be kind and nice to the vampires. If that was his mission, he would have been in favor of the vampires, even as going forward to being okay of turning super early on. If needed, right? That's only if needed. Again, it's not like he's going to be just being like, oh yeah, sure, here you go. Like, if they're like, hey, the only way we can get out of here is by turning you last, unfortunately, are you okay with that? You'd be like, yeah, sure, go for it. Like, he has a loyal tendency to the organization, because that's how he's been raised and, like, understanding this is what he needs to do as his job. So, again, you saw, and this is why I had the character in the way of going into Oakhurst as very neutral, because I didn't want a closed-minded character that would only be like, vampires only to die, or vampires are okay and we should help them. I wanted a character who was just passive. But if I wanted to change the character for a story-based reason, I could. It's the end. He's like, yeah, he's a guy just doing a 9 to 5. Like, if hypothetically, right, if there was something through in story, right, if there was a thing, right, that was able to get into Oakhurst to send, like, abolish a message, and told him, like, hey, we need you out of there because things have gone way, stuff that we were not expecting. We need you to leave. You need to get out by any way necessary, right? He will be like, okay, I can't hide anymore. Time to show my cards earlier on. And start actually probably doing more things a bit more aggressive to the vampires. Like that's this whole thing. Like, it's in the same way. Again, going back to Lloyd Forger from Spy Family, where he was a spy, he had a job and orders to fulfill, and depending on what the organization was telling him to do or what they needed, he would try to do his best to complete that objective. So, like that's just how it is. Do you think that would go? So if he got turned super early and his objective was to still find the cure books, he would have found those books both in character and out of character. I would have not told a single person. I would have just kept them in my inventory. And I would have basically told Owen and Appo, hey, I'm doing this. Just so you know, so you guys might not find all the cure book stuff. Like, and it would have been a thing of now you have a person who's a vampire trying to find these cure books. And for a story plot, it could work. It definitely could have worked. I mean, Owen buried a book. Yeah, but it was another copy. So, like, there were multiple copies of books, because, like, we had all of them. I found 2 of them. Sausage found one, Martin found one. So, like, we had all of them. So, it just depends. Made the 4th book? Or probably someone previously from Oakhurst who was desperate and understood how the writings were. Possibly Lewis, maybe. That mechanic's gone. I mean, not necessarily. Just because someone does something out of character, if someone wants a, like, another variation to happen, like, again, we are content creators as well as players. So, that basically means if something is to happen, we will discuss it as creators to make sure that we can hit those story points if needed. So they could cure him? Basically, yeah. Entirely just dependent on that. Not sure why not. First PvP of the day, probably gonna be Rusty, but that's fine. Maybe more death, give or take, yeah. I think it just also depends on the character that I wanted to, like, portray, right? Just because that's just how it is. Wink. The last one is a ranger who's up top. Dude's really not coming down. Huh. With ideas because... Oh, lore-wise, it's... Like, the thing is, right? Vampires... We all had very, very basic ideas, but then we saw how much other people... Like, for example, Martin day one even said that he was just spewing nonsense, but because he was doing it so well in an improv way, that... We all were like, we gotta add more detail to our characters. And so it kind of just became that, like... Cool. Up there. I just don't want to get hit by the... A cool team between them. Awesome. Okay. Martin had no lore and it made it on time. Yeah, well, Martin had something, but it also was just improv, right? So... Goes wrong about well, no, yeah. But yeah, no, so like that's just kind of how it goes, really. Like I added to my story as the season went on. I mistimed that. That was on me. I pressed my F key and said, oh, I forgot I'm in spectator. I'm a specter. Oh, knocked him off. I fully forgot I was Spectre. Fully forgot I was Spectre. I tried to warp and I pressed my F key instead of my R key. You just wanted the murder. Yeah. Yeah, people definitely had a lot of backstories written out. But I know a lot of us also just added to that list, right? We kind of are just pushing them into their spawn now at this point. What happened? Sheets I rolled. He left being paid to be turned. Of a D&D bard or something, also in respect to the accent. Yeah, no, like, Ren keeping that accent and doing that all the way through. Crazy good. Like, I'm one hit and going to die, but I want to. No, draw. Can I just say, I just fought 2 people on 3 hearts, and I did not die. I actually just did that pretty properly there. I'm proud of that. I almost killed the second, and I only had a thank you knockback 2. I appreciated that. I gonna get the second kill, but I finished off 1 at least. You know what? I'll take that. A little sloppy there, but I wanted to see if I can get the trap. Get off from there. Okay, cool. A little sloppy on that room, but I was able to trap them inside. That's all I was wanting to do. So, oh, we won. 10 kills, 1 death, 6 assists. I will gladly take that. Good start. Be a guy who fails all the time just for diversity. I do have other character ideas that I want to do. Definitely have other ideas for characters I want to do. One of them is evil. One of them is possibly being a villain. Has to be for the right SMP though, and like the right theme. But I have an idea for a character. I have one who is, I'll save that one for when it happens, because I do want to do that character at some point, but I want that one to be a surprise. Yeah, like I have a few different variations of evil characters in my head, depending on the series and the SMP and whatnot. So that would be fun. And then besides that, Civ event coming up. The Civ event is not an evil character. Actually, my entirety, for the character is something of not evil at all. Really, like he's not going to want to invade nations or anything. He wants to grow his own nation, but he wants to do it in a proper manner. This event is January 17th, so... This event is lore-based, which is interesting, because it's like a 3.5-hour event that is like lore, so it's very short in like stipulations of lore, and that's why I don't want to do anything like too big, if that makes sense. A prim proper character? No. The Civ one, he's just gonna be a proper leader as the character. What time? I do not know. It's on Creator Splash's Twitter. I'll take 3. I will take 3 kills. 8 p.m. GMT or PST is 12, so that's just an hour. Yeah, pretty much usual time for stream. Nice job, teammates. Oh, it says connection just DC'd. What would he be? What would he be if Civ abolish the king of this nation? What animal would he be? Oh, you have jump boost. Oh, I saw him load the crossbow as soon as I ran over there. What are my teammates doing hiding in spawn? Like, why are you... A scarab? No. Hold on, chat. One moment. Okay, I'm back. Had to go do something real quick. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, can't do much there. Oh well. I'm still trying to think, what animal? And botched a mission, he would then recalculate. If he botched a mission to the complaint where they had to withdraw from it, he would get annoyed, but then he would also realize that annoyance isn't going to help him, so he would then recalculate and try to find a way to fix it. You know what? Fair enough on that instant damages, though. Okay, cool. I actually can use a different thing. That they hit you. I didn't either. I think the splash radius is actually increased on splash potions in Battle Box Arena. I think it's a much wider radius. Falcon? Maybe a Falcon. I don't know. Unsure. Okay, that's some serious reach. That's actually crazy that I'm here and they hit me from that far. Oh well. Hold on, I need to go check something real quickly because I wasn't able to fully actually check it, but I needed to make sure I finished that game. Okay, I'm back. No, not forever. Yeah, basically, for little story context, middle of the night last night, we heard a loud, like, bang noise. Um, didn't know what it was. Trying to look around throughout the entirety of the house. Couldn't find it. Well, turns out, because we just realized what it was today, because my mom had to go leave for work. Oh, yeah, let's go Spectre. It turns out the spring that is part of the garage that basically holds the tension snapped. And so the loud coil basically released its tension, and so the garage door is broken. um, well, they went up the water, which means they're stuck in the cobweb. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I had to go check because basically my mom texted me be like, "Hey, I'm leaving out the front door. Can you please lock it?" And so that's what I went to go do, and then I went to go check the garage to see where the spring snapped, and it's just one portion. So we're gonna have to fix that now. Cause guess whose car is in the garage? Mine. Yep. I'm gonna need to kill anyone not in that round. Jeez. Okay, that's fair. Gotta be a bit more aggressive and attentive to what I'm doing, but yeah. Just the other question. Oh, we haven't. I'm not gonna try to open or close it. I'm just gonna let it be where it's at, because I ain't touching that. wasn't a crit. I let go of space, but okay, game. Oh, they're both half art. Unfortunate. Face cam stuff, it's usually just dependent on what the stream is. But like there's no point in having my face on stream in my head. Cool. But yeah. That works, there we go. But yeah, no, like, it's because with face cam, right? I don't do anything besides just be talking directly into a camera. Where like when I'm focused on the game, my face is just focused on the game, and so like there's not really anything to it in my head. I don't know. That's just why I don't usually use a face cam. Or that's why I don't use my face cam often. I wanted to kill you into lava, but that did not work. Oh, that one does. Cool. Oh, the stream's going at his screen. Yeah, no, like, it's just me staring at my monitor. It's not like me doing anything else. It's just me playing the game. It's only when something silly happens or whatnot. Like, for example, blood on the clock tower. Use face cam there because we're interacting and it's more fun seeing reactions that way. But like chilling out on an island, I'm not like my visual reaction to stuff isn't that detrimental to the stream or not. I know some people would say otherwise, but see, that was good. I misplaced that block placement, but I still got it. It focuses more on gameplay and commentary over reaction, yes, and that's kind of what I go for. He's in the ICU. That's nice. I'm 12-1. I'm 12-2 right now with 1 assist, which is not. Which honestly, for how long the game has been going, what is it? 6 rounds. That's 2 kills a round. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I had to reset a little bit right there. Alright, cool. There you go. 13-2 with 2 assists. I will take that. Have some more research on psychopath. Alright, well, have fun with that. Good luck. Yeah, I'll take 13-2. I'm happy with that. Run wash. You had one, I will say, you preventing me from breaking that second heal is a good thing. Like, that's a good thing to do. Like, you rushing towards me, even though you didn't kill me, but to stop me from just breaking the second one, that's good. That's a good thing to do. Mm-hmm. Did I go here? You know, I'll go Scrapper, because why not? I don't know where they ran. Oh, they went up. Okay, sure. I took way more damage than I thought I would, but you know what? That's fair. Yeah, what my teammates should be doing right now is dropping on the people that are secondary fighting. Because even though if they do die on half a heart, they can at least distract. Good job, teammate. Added worm as a permitted term. Why does automod not allow the word worm as like a permitted term? That's one's a little confusing to me. Like, why is that one? Like, why is that not a good? Consider calling someone a worm. Huh. For bullying, yeah. Like, that's the same type of bullying I think as, like, Okay, so I didn't realize there was a second person there. They were crouched. Good to know. But yeah. Worm is like the same in my head, the same way as like I hope your pillow is warm on both sides when you sleep tonight. Like that's what worm bullying seems to me. Like it's that you're upset about something that's happened, and you do the most like thing that just bothers someone in like the most lighthearted way, and you're just going, I hope you. Worm bullying's a crazy new term. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not doing too great. I'm 0-2. Just depends on your vibe, probably. Yeah. Okay, now I'm 2-2-2. There you go. We hit the slot machine. Chat. We just hit the slot machine number 2-2-2. But yeah, like it's weird. I don't know. It's very edgy fantasy vibe. It very much is. Yeah. Jackpot. Got the new online team calling it worm bullying. Full story 11 in the news. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make much sense. There you go. Now that I'm actually like focused in a little bit more, I can PvP a bit better. Can I have a bookmark? I burst into tears. It's been years since friends still can't get my name. That's a good pun. That's a good dad joke. V-Ball skins for some reason it's not coming up anywhere. Name MC usually is where I keep all my like skins that are like useful, that are things that I have been in and such. That's where most people find skins. Is under name MC. Oh, I thought that was the Spectre, but no, that's Okay, yeah, that potion range is so massive because I threw it here and it killed them and it killed me, which I was here. That is such a big range for like potion damage radius. Like that's way bigger than a normal splash potion. Eat villain character of a game I used to play as an info back. Edgy fantasy? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, they're definitely custom potions. Oh yeah, a 4-block radius. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's a 4-block radius for a splash potion that can stack. Those are definitely customized enchants. Or customized coding for splash potions. Delturn, who spoke in a medieval turn for some reason, and call people worms. I'm gonna grab here, grab that one, heal up. Okay, cool. 7, 4, 3. Not bad numbers. I still have 2 absorption hearts. Eight, 4, 3. I'll take those numbers. Not bad. Was a little rough at the start for me, but you know what? That's fine. Y'all are still on the worm thing. I think that's hilarious. When you like a worm, exactly, and it's the same thing if like you're a worm. Is the same insult if in calling someone they're a worm if they like being a worm. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't have much like sense to it. Chat really doesn't let go of bits. As soon as there's a funny bit, chat will just keep going with it until it's kind of past the point. Y'all entertain yourselves very well. Y'all are very persistent. There we go, that's what I was needing. I was needing that. I'm still on half a heart. He now has levitate, so y'all should be able to kill him easier. Thank you. Yeah, knockback 2 on a wooden axe is just so nice. Because you can keep your distance, especially if you knock back at people. You've expanded worm bowling into worm politics. What are y'all like? I'm not even paying attention to chat as much right now, and y'all are just talking about worms because Automod, for some reason, blocked the term worm as a bad thing to like be a part of, say or do, whatnot. Oh. Yeah, I can't do much there. They're all just in a group huddle. I wish I had an AoE thing. That would have been nice, but there's no AoE on this map. Flying around with a instant damage potion and just dropping it on them would have done a lot of damage. Is this it's definitely a lava map, yeah. I wouldn't say evil because it is beneficial. Alright. Broke all those. Really? Cool. Is knockback of lava in the capture point? Yeah, basically. It's similar. Oh, I think you're talking also about, what is it? The, like, Star Wars-based map. I forget what it's called. But that one also has lava, like, around the center that you can knock people off into. Oh. Oh. This person is still... Are we just filling? No, we were actually filling. We actually filled on that. That's... Like, everyone was still alive. You were just low on health. I'm constantly shaking. You just need to play. Like, if you want to stop stressing over PvP, basically you have to get used to the fact that you're probably not going to do well. And as soon as you come to terms with that, and you were like, okay, if I lose, it's fine, you play better. You get to the point of just starting to understand what you've messed up on, and you just start playing better. Trying to knock them into lava. Alright, cool. My teammate got it. I'm in 260. You have to you have to be basically what is it? I watched a podcast, or like a bit of a podcast the other day, or like I saw clips from another podcast, I should say, from the other day. And basically they were talking about this concept that there's one emotion that we as like people don't embrace enough, or like try to learn or understand, and so we try to avoid it as much as possible, and that is embarrassment. Where'd I get hit by that? That's crazy. And now you're there, but I'm still alive, and you don't know my teammate's there, and then I can come in for the kill. Cool. Thank you, teammate, for the distraction. It's 6-1-2. But yeah, we don't, like... we don't like try to understand or like try to embrace the like discomfort or embarrassment, right? Like if something embarrassing happens, we try to avoid it, right? Like if something puts us in an uncomfortable position, whether it's not even something super scary, but just like we feel uncomfortable, we try to like get out of it instead of like embracing it, right? In high school, there was a YouTube channel that I watched very early on when they were first starting out. I don't watch them as much anymore, but I still watch them from time to time. But it was a group of guys, and they were and their channel was called Seek Discomfort. Basically, it was a group of dudes who would put themselves in uncomfortable positions, whether that be embarrassing ones, new ones. Like they're big enough now where they'll go travel around the world and put themselves in a random country with no money, no connections, no cell phone, and see how long they can last for X amount of hours. And they meet new people, they go talk to people. It's really interesting. And it's a really cool concept, but they like embrace. Hold on, let me see if I can find this YouTube video. See, this part might get muted. But I want to see if I can find it. Yeah, they did this they started this channel 10 years ago, by the way, for context. But I want to see if I can find it. Uno momento, because there's like a one little motivational thing that they or sorry, their main channel is called Yes Theory. Is this it? Yes, this. So this is a video that Yes Theory also has their main channel Yes Theory, second one Seek Discomfort. This one's 8 years ago. They made this in 2017. Okay. And it's called You Can Change Your Life for $0. And I saw this when I was watching when they released it, and it kind of gave me a realization. Again, 2017 was my junior year of high school. Actually, no, 2017 was my senior year of like start of senior year because it goes from because I graduated 2018, so it was the start of my senior year of high school, and this was kind of one of those realizations. Again, like one of the reasons of like the whole do things that I want to do in high school because who cares, right? It'd be a problem with which makes it interesting. Oh yeah, no, it definitely is. But yeah, hold on. Let me flip over the screen real quick. And also let me leave real quickly. Just so we're not getting background noise. Okay, so this is by Yes Theory. It's an 8-year-old video called You Can Change Your Life for just $0. It is only a little under 5 minutes long. And we're just gonna watch it real quick. This might get muted because I don't know what music's playing in the background. But you'll understand what I mean. Hold on. And these are places, these are things that they've done. They've gone explore abandoned places. They've they've also done pool hopping from hotels. They've gone on trips with no plans. Also language, but yeah. Greeting random strangers at airports, meeting new people, standing up for what you believe in. Perform a fun little skill in front of public, which can be embarrassing. Share your biggest insecurity with strangers. Tell a really bad joke in public, which is embarrassing. Embarrassing yourself in public. Inviting random strangers to your birthday. Actually, no, I'm just showing chat something. Here's the pool hop. Like, again, the whole concept of this, right, is just doing things that would make you uncomfortable or make you remember. Snuck into a millionaire's pool party. No, it's not an ad. Yeah, sneaking into a Hollywood pool party. Like, all. It's very 2017 core. Well, yeah, because this was made in 2017. Like, will make you great. Yeah. Yeah, so they've done like a whole like series documentary stuff, and they've done even bigger things since then. Like, basically it's the whole idea of do things you want to do even if you don't know how to do them, and figure out how, because it's literally you just have to start by saying yes, and you get to that point, right? Like that's entirely how it is, and like that whole idea, right, and that concept is kind of what based on New Year's resolution. No, exactly, yeah, like that whole stuff that they've done bigger things now. Like Amar, who's one of the guys in Yes Theory, he bungee jumped, is one of the very few people in the world. I think it's him and Will Smith. I think he tagged along with Will Smith. Worked on a project, and I think they cooperated with Red Bull, and they bungee jumped out of a helicopter over the Grand Canyon. With SEALs on vacation. That was often, see, exactly, like, it doesn't mean you can change your whole life by doing something, but like doing the things that will make you uncomfortable, embracing an embarrassment, and like knowing, hey, I'm probably going to be a little bit embarrassed or discomfortable by doing this, and that's okay. Those are good things, because it's weirdly enough also tied to one of their things. They worked with Will Smith on in skydiving, right? And they talked to Will Smith about it, and he basically says there's this little thing of like the greatest things in life are on the other side of fear. Because a lot of the best moments that you'll have are when you're out of your comfort, out of your bubble, and you go do the things or ask the questions that will make you uncomfortable. Right? Because you remember those moments. And those can be good things or bad things, but ultimately, as long as you tried it, you won't be 70 plus years old or however old you are looking back and saying, I wish I could have done that, or I wish I could have gone back in time and said yes to that moment. You will just miss out on. Exactly. Yeah. So like that's kind of the whole thing of like embrace being embarrassed, embrace discomfort. Doesn't have to mean your entire life has to be uncomfortable 24/7, But like, if there's new things you want to try and you know you're probably going to be bad at it, that's okay. Like, perfect example, me with PvP. Like, myself with PvP. Yeah, I was okay and like good at PvP, but like if we look at how I started BattleBox earlier with BattleBox Arena compared to now, way different. And the reason why is because I said, I know I'm probably going to not do great at this right away, but if I keep doing it, I'm going to get comfortable and I'll get better. And we're now basically consistently getting around 6 to 8 kills, or in really good games of like 12 plus kills. So like, and fell flat on my face, but I continue to practice. Exactly. See? I did a speech in front of a bunch of strangers, scary, but I was proud afterwards. That's the whole thing. Like, right? MC Tumblr Sexy Man nominations. Wait, what? What is happening? I rarely use Tumblr. What is an MCYT Tumblr Sexy Man nomination? You don't know? Why would... You're asking me of all people. Oh, I was not paying attention when what kit do I have? Ranger. Okay, well, I guess we're playing Ranger right now. Kind of wanted to play Spectre, but you know what? It's fine. Let's see. Did they fly up? No, they didn't. Oh, I got knocked off right on the perfect point. Yeah, I need to go Spectre. Let the tumblers explain. Well, I need to go Spectre for this. No, I'm using Spectre. You can go to Ranger. Propaganda for it? There's propaganda? Get me out. Yeah, this is a little bit rough. Yeah. That's why I want the axe, because the axe is way better for knocking people off. Hold on, Nerdy, you're gonna have to repost that after this game is done, and then we can discuss whatever this Tumblr nomination thing is. Because I can't read chat right now while I'm also playing this. Oh, we just have a teammate that left. Lovely. So much of this, why I want the axe. Jimmy's radiator? What? Oh, I got hit with... Well, it wasn't that long lasting, though, at least. Oh, it's just... Oh, and they are filling... Yeah, I will gladly knock that person off instead of trying to kill for... Oh, there's actually a little platform here. I did not know that. Huh. Wow. Oh, No, I thought we both had 2 people left. Tumblr 6. Look, the only reason why I had Tumblr was just to see the vampire fan art and such. I don't use it very much after that. Okay, Pony. Hit that bow shot. It's unmarketable. Why are you eating the apple now? That... Sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate that you just get rolled up on by like 2 or 3 people and you can't really do much about it because instantly a 2v1 becomes way harder to win. Not undoable, just harder. We drove down the market price from 8 million to less than 1. Wait, the users on Tumblr drove down Tumblr's market price from 8 million to below 1 million. That's crazy. Alright, they went up into the air. And... I'm gonna die here, unfortunately. Yeah, like, you can't do much there. You can't do much there, unfortunately. Alright, so what is this Tumblr thing? Okay, there is a Minecraft fan poll created called the MCYT Tumblr Sexy Man Competition. It's basically a popularity contest for MC content creators. Some have been weird about it, but Lagundo and all SUK are advocating the vote for SBK and Vampires Cast. I have black hair. So it's basically just I'm guessing they put 2 people to each other in almost like a bracket style fashion, depending on how many content creators there are, and they go, okay, we are voting against XYZ versus XYZ, pick whoever your favorite is, and whoever has the most votes just goes on. Right. It's just a giant bracket. And you said there's propaganda, so I'm guessing people can then... And also it's just fandom in general, so they're wanting their favorite creator to, like, win votes, so people, I'm guessing, are going and, like, on Tumblr and saying vote for XYZ creator. Got it. Okay, cool. Whatever y'all have fun with, like... Wait, hold on. Didn't one of you say that I somehow got instantly put into round 2? Why did me of all people get put into instantly into round 2? Why did I get the round 1 pass? I was nominated, and I'm in the round 2 of brackets. I got the 5th highest amount of votes to be in a poll. Why are y'all voting for me? Like, why did I get the 5th highest nomin out of everybody else who most likely uses Tumblr? I have a real nice... I see, so it's just random favoritism. Yeah, but like, if you're saying Joe Hills won last time, that means there's other hermits. I would expect the other hermits to have a higher vote than someone like myself. Why am I popular on this poll? Hermitcraft fans aren't on Tumblr. Ah, I see. So just because it's Hermitcraft, their fans aren't on Tumblr. Hermit is towards more of the younger audience. Ah, yeah. Link to the polls. We're not putting a link for it. If you want to go find it yourself, you got to make a Tumblr account. Or you got to search up on Tumblr the whole MCYT sexy man combo. I don't know what the actual title is for it, but on Twitter, and I feel I'm missing out. I see. You don't need an account. Okay, you don't need an account to see stuff, but I'm guessing if you want to interact and vote, you would need it. You would need an account. So. Ultimate MCYT Tumblr Sexy Man competition is the full. That is a mouthful. Why didn't you just do old like MCYT Tumblr like creator competition? Why couldn't it just been something like that? The Skyblock Kingdom, the SBKers have been promoting. I mean, you just said there's voter fraud and propaganda, so I'm not surprised. It's the offshoot of the Tumblr Man Sexy Con. Ah, I see. I see. I mean, y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Like, if y'all are having fun with it, I don't mind. Right? It's not no harm, no foul. You're not gonna hurt anybody by doing it. If you want to like throw propaganda towards me, go for it. But like, you don't have to. SBK is an entire strategy of winning. You'd be funny. You know, it'd be really funny if we just win against SBK as just one person and not their entire team and not their entire strategy. That would be very funny. Now, how... Oh, there's 2 of them there. Or all of them are there, I should say. I do need to help my teammate out a bit here, so... I'm also getting ran from behind, so... Go in lava? No, you're not gonna go in lava? Okay, well... I wanted to push him into lava, but it is what it is. I got 2 assists off of that, so... And now we ban the term sexy man. No, we're gonna leave it because too many people are gonna just type it in. Like, I don't... like, those are just fan-based things. They aren't hurting anybody. The only time it, like... The only time it ever would get... Wait. So, like, can it be any creator? On there? Yeah, fair, because they all want to just run with each other. See, I think this is the... Oh, dang it, I wanted to place cobwebs there. Oh, Lewis is on there. Okay, that's great. Yeah, any MC creator, character, or Jimmy Saunders radiator. Okay. So it's really anyone. It doesn't just have to be... Huh. Interesting. So, like, if it's anyone, I'm guessing it's not just only towards guys. So, like, it can be, like, women, non-binary, anyone, basically. It's just a sexy man just because, correct? Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There are, like, women and non-binary and so on and so forth. Cam is up against Shovel. That's what that was. Okay. Because I saw on Twitter that Cam made a tweet. And it basically was that entire thing. And he basically said that, how can he win against Shovel? And I'm like, what is this competition? Get stuck in the cobweb, thank you. I want to get them stuck in the cobweb. Crazy shot, but sure. He's on, yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. And we might get a Shovel versus Pyro round 2. Okay, well, okay, please. Can we all just have Pyro lose again? Because I think it'd be very funny if Pyro lost twice to Shovel, both as in Vampire and in a Tumblr Sexy Man competition. That would be very funny. Poor Pyro, yes, but it would be very funny. No way, y'all are... Oh, I thought that was my teammate. Whoops, I thought that was my teammate. My bad. I mean, mustards. No, like, that's the only... Okay, like... Unless, like, Techno was on there, which I don't think he is because he's not alive, unfortunately. But, like, that would be the only person to be, like, promoting the He is? Techno? Okay, he is. Okay, well, yeah. So, like, okay, then if Techno's on there, I'd be like, then go vote for him. I fell. Yeah, I'd be like, then go vote, like, any vote that Techno, like, anytime Techno's there, vote for Techno. Because that makes way more sense. Teammate. I was trying to help with that kill there, but you were just spam clicking at that point. Oh yeah, no. Technoblade never dies. Enemy swapped all the Battle Healer, Seeker, Baller, and... Like, you can nominate and vote for sure. Okay, that's crazy. So it's literally just... It's entirely just a system of who do we want to put onto the chart. Got it. Sure. Techno's up against someone who doesn't even make videos? Okay, yeah. I see. Like, thank you, you just helped me with that. Which makes that way easier on my part. And that's just the last one. I'm just gonna check that there. I hit them, so they're floating and they're running away. All the way into my teammates, and we're now chasing them. Oh, I went 10 and 5. Huh. Wow. Oh, we all got stuck in my cobweb. That's such a funny little trap. Alright, cool. 10, 3, and 6. Lovely. You know, Spectre, I think, is just my class for this game. It's way easier for me to use the X-Crit. But yeah, no. This Tumblr contest. Tumblr has a culture of being anti-profit, so user spams ever advertisement posts with a meme called Silence Brand and drove a few podcasters off the site when they tried to expand. Interesting. So the users are like, yeah, no, we don't want profit. We don't want profitization in Tumblr, so get off. Huh. Your cat next time? Why would we... Why does my cat have to then be voted put on Tumblr? That makes no sense. Yeah, Tumblr has a very specific culture. And trust me, I've seen Tumblr stuff I've seen some of the vampire, like, fan art and such. Some of it's family friendly. Other times it's not family friendly. And you go, huh. Was not expecting to see that when I opened up Tumblr, but there we go. Do you want to go axe? Nah, no, somebody's using it. Tumblr is very unique. Yeah, I know you can always block certain tags, but like sometimes people just don't tag their stuff. And so I'll just type in like vampire SMP, and there's just a tag called vampire SMP, and it's just fan art, but nothing else. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ow. This person was gonna run up, but they did not. So I am now stuck here. Oh, you don't take knockback. Okay, so that's your little thing is you don't take... knockback because of server connection. Yeah, that's fair. It's gonna be a draw. Oh well. Tumblr is a very fandom-based site, and so as some viewers slash fans have the mindset of creators are not people, and we don't use social media, so we don't look at certain things, even though we are people, and we do check up on social media, and we do still see that stuff. Wait. Like I said, I really don't care. Oh, I thought that was a invis. It was not, because it's a similar color, but not the same thing. They jump. No, they didn't. Like, again, my whole thing is you can do whatever you want, right? Because, like, ultimately, I'm not going to stop someone from doing whatever. Do I think it's a little weird that some people do certain things? Sure, but again, they're their own person. As long as you're not trying to force what you are doing down someone's throat, in the sense you're trying to force everyone to see something they don't want to see, and you keep it to yourself, and you're not trying to make a big deal about it, that's all I care for. How was that not a crit? I let go of my W key. What's the topic? Just fandom, making content and such. This has just stopped moving. What's everyone's weekend plans? More of the escape room. I actually made 2 of the rooms tileable. Like, I'm making all the rooms tileable. So everything can just be copy and pasted. Because I learned with Axiom yesterday, actually, you can copy something and set it to as a preset, which means you can have multiple presets of a build, which means you just have to copy it once, and then you're, like, basically fine. How did y'all... Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this. Forces you to come down. And then I can just spam click you to death. Thank you. But yeah, no, so that... It's been really nice with Axiom to, like, being able to, like, make all these rooms individually, and then I can put them together like Legos, and piece everything one by one. Oh, how did we lose a teammate? Oh no, they lost a teammate. Just one person. Oh, knockback. Interesting. Yeah, this is why you go, what's the word? Why you go Axe on Spectre, because when you die, you actually have a lot more damage on big burst damage. But yeah, so hopefully I just need to make, like, one other room and one other hallway. Because basically I want 2 different variations of rooms just to, like, change how the interior looks for some stuff, and then I can put them together and then just stack them up to each other. And then that way, I don't have to, like, worry too much about the whole... Don't know how I missed that hit. Also, they're not taking any knockback damage, because that crit should have at least done some knockback, but they're just standing still. Huh. Probably just their connection to the server. Oh well. I'm 8, 3, and 6 right now, so, like... still doing fine. One that's gonna notables? No, not really. I usually, like... try to make anytime there is a skin that, like, ever Minecraft and, like, it's getting showcased, I usually try to show all the details in some way, shape, or form to be visible. Even if there was, like, a tattoo on his sleeve, I'd still have some of the tattoo just slightly be shown in the, like, art, concept art. Maybe not in the actual skin, but in the concept art I would, but, like, that's just how... Huh. Dang, okay. That was a clean shot. That was a very clean shot. Did you ever see his tier 2 skin? Literally, my tier 2 skin was almost identical to my tier 1 skin. Oh, we win. 9 kills, 4 deaths, 6 assists. I will take that. Like, genuinely, skin was just a little bit paler. Eyes were a little bit more red. That was it. Like, there was no noticeable differences. Do you have any IRL? I don't have any earrings IRL. Ba-bum. Da-da-dum. Da-dum. Huh. Spectre. I've not got to play this map yet, so. Yeah, Via Boss only has one earring, and it's on his left side. I am whipping my hits right now. Teammate, you can't stay in spawn and only shoot a crossbow. That's not how this game works. Because they will just fill. Which most people do because the fan art, not fan art, like illustration on like the poster, the earrings are flipped. And that's just because how the glove placement was. Alright, that's a better run for me. Don't know what I was doing first round, but there we go. Yeah, there is a VOD stream where I give like every detail about the outfit. Yeah, because Cowboys SMP, I basically took every stream that I did during a week and I just condensed it down and took out all the other parts from it. Up, and they filled. Okay, well, good to know that they just fill, so now I have to keep track of center spawn the entire time. You're by yourself. Now you're done. I hit that first, I'm just gonna save. Yep. Nice job, teammates. Spectre is fun. Spectre is a fun kit. It definitely has a slight learning curve to understanding what to do. Like, I'm still learning some stuff as I go. But it is definitely helpful. That's fine. Crossbow. Unfortunate crossbow. One of my cats like to knock the salt shaker over. Yeah, cats can be silly. Okay, so apparently his connection to the server is closer than mine because we both cross paths, but I die. Sick. My parents saw my fish plate. I lived there for full 30 minutes. How much my cat? It just happened. Like, I mean, to be fair, a laptop's like the endpoints of a of course it leaves. The end of a laptop the actual connecting points are just two plastic pieces for most laptops. So like it doesn't take a lot for the laptop to snap in those points or crack and bend under the weight of enough pressure. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to win that because of player down and all the traps in the center. Oh well. That's fine. I went 6 and 5. That's not great, but I still had the highest points overall because of the damage I was doing. By actually a good amount. I had 416 and they won and only had 362. That's over a 40-point difference. Huh. Normal about Tumblr, okay, bye. Mine just rolls over. My cat just sleeps a lot. Well, he also plays, but like his main thing is he will sleep, he will eat, he will play, and then when he has energy, he'll run around the house. And then he wastes all that energy, then he sleeps again. He just chills and he observes. He looks outside a lot. My cat will, like, if we have the back door open, or like a window open, right? Then he can see outside. He'll just sit there and just sunbathe wherever the sun's at and just look out that direction. Cat redeem? Alright, I'll give you all a photo of cat. Okay, here's the funny thing. My cat plays fetch, but differently, right? So my cat plays fetch, or more like chase the object that I throw in the room for him. But he plays it like soccer. So if it's a ball and it's rolling, his entire mission in his head is to make the ball stop rolling. So he'll run over to it, stop it, and then look at me like he stopped the ball. He'll sometimes keep playing with it, but that's not when we're around. It's anytime we're around and he wants... Did I not get that kill? Huh. Interesting. I got the assist. Got it. So someone killed him once he threw the splash damage. The cat yearns for soccer. Yeah, I don't know why he does it. He just... And it doesn't matter what it is. He just tries to make the object stop moving if it's moving. He'll jump on it. He'll bat it with his foot or his little paw. But as soon as he stops moving, he stops and sits down and looks at me like, I did the thing. Now come and grab it and throw it again so I can chase it. He doesn't chase it himself. He wants me to throw it. Saved myself with that because I was gonna get knocked off. Dude's really just... Okay, well, instead of just waiting the 7 seconds, he's just gonna hide the entire time. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. So apparently, even though on half a heart, the game and like the canister's not full, a regeneration potion does not bring it to full. Good to know. Did not know that. I know you're supposed to be one hit. I was... Yeah, no, Geo, I know. But I wanted to see because the canister is just not half a heart. It's a full heart, but on half health. What, fair. And they're just gonna camp up there the entire time again. So ultimately, they will just lose because that is just a little trap. What breed is my cat? We don't really know. He's sort of a... Maine Coon slash... He has like Maine Coon traits, but he also has like Siberian woodland cat traits in him. When you look at him, so it's just a little bit of a combination. Trapped 3 people in that one cobweb. And I don't know if I actually got the assist, I didn't do damage, but they were still stuck in my cobweb, so I'll take that. Oh, that's funny. Echo Shard is a journal, good to know, that's the resource of that. Five, 2, 5. Decent score. Alright, I'll probably do like 1, maybe 2 more games and call it there for today. Just because I know I started stream later. but I still want to get stuff done. So. We'll go flanker for this. Yeah, we're gonna go flanker because we can barricade up top. Remembering what gold did and replicate that. Yeah, it's all good, chat. If you all need to lurk, you all can lurk. I do not mind. Okay, so I got 2 assists and 2 kills. That means I did damage to every single person on that team. Yippee. I also need to remember hitting the passive for flanker is every time I hits an enemy with an arrow, I reduce my cooldown time by 10 seconds. That means I get more blocks to place. So I will take that. Okay, that's the one thing I wish Island didn't have. Oh. I wish Island allowed hitting registration to work a bit better. In the sense that, like, I hit that person, but they also got crit at the same time. So the crit damage went through, but my hit didn't go through. And so when you're fighting in like a 2v1, it's a little rough. I still got 3 kills though that round, so I'll take it. The same lobby? Oh, we are. Yeah. Where was they at? I guess on the other side. Oh, thanks, mate. That was weird. That was a very weird... My hit's not registering because I was being revived, and so the game didn't allow my hits to register? I don't know. Very weird little antic. Revivals are very weird. It's the same thing. I think it's the same code as the second Um, oh, thank you. Eight kills that time. Honestly, if we did 2 more kills, we can get 10. That means we got 2 kills a round minimum for 5 rounds. So, which would be pretty nice. I get in one last queue. Maybe. I don't know. We'll probably call it here. No. Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. That gives me more kills. We honestly could have had it as a draw, but it's all good. I really wish this class just didn't have a dagger. It would be so good if it was just a normal sword. Because only 0.5 to like 2.5 and you can't crit either with it, so the only thing that happens is you have to rely... Oh. Okay, cool game. Thank you very much there. Thank you, teammate. I'm on half a heart, but you know what? That's fine. Yeah. I can't believe they still had crossbow arrows. I'm a little shocked that they still had all those arrows. It's a baby sword. Yeah, it's not great though, because you can't crit with it. It doesn't have a faster attack damage than a sword. So it's not anything wonderful. With a dagger, if you can't crit, hit, knockback, try comboing. Like, it's the only way for it. There we go. Easy enough. 11 kills, 4 deaths, 5 assists. I probably could have had 1 less deaths if I actually hit my shots, but that's fine. I will take that. Alright, we're gonna call it there for today. Just because I had to start stream later, I still gotta get stuff done today. And so I can't just be only streaming. Bell time? Yes, it is now bell time. Let me just double check if I have anything in here. No, I don't. Okay, cool. Alright, chat, it is now time for bell. If you don't know what the bell is, we have basically been doing Technoblade's sellout bell. This right here at the end of every stream. Bwop. So, a little context for those that are new here. This is the sellout bell. It's Technoblade's sellout bell. We've been continuing that tradition of doing, as what chat is saying, bell time, where we spam bell, one of us, in chat, and I do the whole Prime gift sub spiel thing. You don't have to gift, you don't have to donate in any way. If you want to and feel like it, I appreciate that, but you do not have to. It's entirely just a fun little rave to continue that sellout bell tradition. And just having fun with it, right? So, chat, as always, let us have some fun. Propaganda? No, this is just the sellout bell. But bad times with Sam, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Alright, chat. You know what time it is? It is time for the sellout bell. And you know what that means? I want to see you spamming bell. I want to see you being spamming one of us in chat. Because you know what that means, right? The sellout bell. Which means, chat, if you have a Prime sub, a sub that you have if you have Amazon Prime, it is a free sub that you can give to any Twitch streamer. Any Twitch streamer. It doesn't have to be me. It can be one of your favorite Twitch streamers, chat. It is a free month-long sub that you have to a channel, which means you don't get ads, you don't get anything like that. And sometimes people forget that they have a Prime sub, so you might want to go check. Yes, you right there, spamming bell and watching stream, you might have a Prime sub, chat, so make sure you check. Bell, 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 bell. One of us, 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 one of us. Bell, 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 bell. But that's right, chat. Again, thank you, Bad Time with Sam, for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the follows throughout stream. It has been very much appreciative, chat. But again, you're halfway there. And Galaxy Purple Shadow, thank you for the 500 bits. I appreciate that. Bell, 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 bell. Ento Genesis, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. I appreciate that. Y'all started a hype train. Well done, chat. Well done for the hype train. One of us. 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 Bell. 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 Chat, you only got 40 more seconds. 40 more seconds, chat. Bell, 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 bell. Bell, 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 bell. One of us. One of us. Woo. Always a fun way to end off stream, chat. Well done. Well done. Bravo, chat. Bravo. Super, super fun. It's a great thing because you're usually... It's funny, right? You know how my streams are very, very chill, like laid back. My wrist hurts, but it was worth it. It's funny how we go from that, and then like we can raise our energy for just a few like towards the end of stream. It's very, very fun. Bell does stop sounding like a word when you start repeating it over and over and over. It really does not sound like a real word. But it's super fun. Also, again, thank you to the subs and the bits. I appreciate that. A little update, chat. A little bit of an update. We are already, as of January 9th, today, we are officially 51 out of 100 on the Plus School. So if we keep up at this pace for this month, we will then be able to complete another month of Plus School, which means we'll just have to complete one more month of Twitch's Plus School, which means after we complete that for February, I would then get a higher payout and make it a 60-40 split, which would be very, very cool. But in general, chat, I appreciate all the bits and the subs and the follows and just staying on by and watching. It's the 10th for you? Well, there you go. But thank you again, chat. Real quickly, let's go raid into someone and call it there for today. Who do we want to raid into is the question. Who is live? Who is live that we want to raid into? Avid is live. We could do Avid. That is a possibility. You know what? Sure, why not? We'll raid into Avid. We can raid into Avid. Avid is on, I believe, SBK building, I believe. Or is right now building something. I think a test build. Or possibly being put on SBK. I'm not too sure. But he's definitely building something. And it looks like he's building something and is in a chat with Marm. So we can raid into Avid. /raid Avid. Thank you all again, chat. You all have been awesome, amazing, and wonderful as always joining on the stream. You can leave right on after if you need to. But thank you again, chat. You all have been wonderful. And as always, abolish your regret. I will see you all next time.